And another thing I want to talk about, you know, where do I want to go with this one? Uh, Charleston White is battling with the streets. And at some point, I think this battle needs to end because nobody wins when the family feuds, right? But is Charleston really family with the streets? I think so. You see him going at it with T.I.'s son and Boosie's son, and then T.I. steps in, this, that, and the third. And I don't really want to focus on the confrontation with the rappers or the kids. I listen to Steven Jackson talk about, hating on people get you nowhere in life, snitching on people get you nowhere in life. You can't get ahead by telling on people and all this, that, and the third. And I don't really want to focus on the individuals, right? I want to focus on a few things. This idea that we can't utilize the police and law enforcement, that's wrong, is stupid. We need to not silence. We need to ignore the leaders who push that, or the supposed leaders who push that, because they are what you call false prophets. Okay, if you want to live a life of street justice, you're going to end up in street situations what's going to have you dead in jail. Now, do I have the utmost faith in law enforcement? No. But my God, if we don't utilize law enforcement, if we don't try to get law enforcement to understand us, if we don't invade law enforcement and join the forces, then they'll never get it. It's like saying, oh, they don't get me, blocked. Well, did you explain yourself? Did you try to explain yourself? Did you try to ingratiate yourself? Or did you develop a community where you get to choose the law enforcement? So then your community is policed properly. Did you pull your resources together to separate from maybe a community that doesn't best represent you? Because if we're not doing that, then what are we doing? But this idea that you ain't supposed to tell on somebody, well, I'm not one that says you should just go out here willy-nilly just saying, hey, they over there breaking the law. But I am one that says if something is affecting you and it's affecting your way of life and you have the means to stop it, that's what we pay taxes for. We pay taxes for law enforcement to enforce laws. It's not my job to enforce laws. So if you are breaking laws around me and it's putting me at danger, it's putting my family at danger, it's putting my wife at danger, one call, that's all, and it's 911. But we got to take away the venom from the word snitch in the black community. If we're in a bind, like the idea that the snitch is the rat. I think a human being is more of a rat that if they don't stand on what they're responsible for, what they're guilty of, and they want somebody else to take the rap for it. That's rat behavior. Oh, well, I didn't get caught. He did. Well, he wasn't doing it. You had the stuff in the car, and you didn't tell him what you had in the car, and then he went on this dummy mission, and now look at it. It's yours. But that's what years of trauma does. That's what a lack of trust in the institution does to a group of people. Like, you just don't trust them. What I saw that China has sent people over to be involved in U.S. law enforcement in various states to see how they are treating Chinese people. That speaks to a broken system. If the people don't trust the system that's supposed to protect them, then the system needs to be revamped. The system needs to be broken down to the studs and rebuilt properly on a solid foundation. I remember the song growing up in private school. The man who built his house on the sand, and it came tumbling down. But you got to have that solid foundation. And maybe we need to explore the foundation that law enforcement is built on. And it needs to be a more solid foundation, a more solid way of policing. Because if people don't trust the system, then what the hell do we have? Our systems are built on trust. And it's the system's job to gain the trust of the people, not the people's job to blindly trust the system. But this no snitching campaign is stupid. This back and forth I'm seeing amongst these rappers, these celebrities who are just trying to continue to pump this street life, this street mentality down our young people and say that's how you're solid, that's how you real. No, that's how you're real stupid. That's real stupid. Because what progress do we see from that? The nicer neighborhoods have a heavier police presence. They patrol, they take care of the people. They make sure the laws are being followed. Why? Because they're protecting what they have. Whereas we have these other communities where we ain't gonna call the police and well, let them bite each other's heads off. I just think as a black community, we got to move past this. We've got to actually move past this because it's getting outrageous and it's doing absolutely nothing for us.